Everything is everything. Get you some merchandise at Too Much Game Podcast store. Like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Hey guys, let me go ahead and get 60 minutes of YouTube time going before I can start cussing and all that. What's the deal, T Riddles? It's crazy when they say that two people entered the chat, but I only see one of their names. Whoever that other person is, what's up, mystery person? But let me see. I really need to start telling people, man, follow the Too Much Game Podcast Instagram page, cause on some real, what's the time? Stuff. I don't know what be happening on my Instagram. I think like, they be like trying to shadow ban me and messing my numbers up. Cause I be seeing people like jumping in and jumping out. And I don't think that's right. Cause I think some people don't be like leaving the chat. I think it be kicking them out. But I'm not completely sure. I could be incorrect. But what's going on, John Watson? Let me go ahead and start this show. Gunshots, bitch. What's going on, Dad? You could barely hear me. I was talking quiet. That's probably why you can't hear me. And then there was space. Good evening, motherfuckers and motherfuckers. This is your host, Uncle Dolemite, of the Too Much Game Podcast, live from the sanctuary once again. Yeah, I think it might have been because I was talking quiet. Because before my show start, I be mumbling. I really be talking under my breath. Like, I don't be tripping. But today's episode, let me check my music, make sure my levels is cool. I would say protecting your peace, but I already got a show with that name, so I'm gonna have to name it something else. Maybe prioritize your peace. Like make your peace of mind a priority. Because as of y'all know, dog, I'm busy as hell. I stay doing something. I stay busy. I'm always moving around. I always got something going on. Like at all times, like I don't have what they call free time. Like all my time is accounted for. So like I say, as far as prioritizing your peace, like everything when it comes to a person that's busy, especially an adult, in today's times, we working way more hours than people used to work before us. Like it went from a 8 hour workday being sufficient to nowadays, like we really got to work like 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours. There's people who got a full time 8 hour job and a 4 hour job on the side working part time. Like, that's become a normal thing in today's society. Like we busy as hell. So like, a whole lot of what it comes with time management is how you prioritize things. Like one of the things that I'm real big on, like I tell y'all, this show, a lot of what this show is about is like protecting your mental health. And a big part of that is the prioritization of your time, especially when it comes to your peace of mind. Like that should be paramount. That should be like as far as the things that you prioritize outside of, of course, your kids, your family, how you make your money. Like you need to prioritize like keeping your mental health together, my nigga. Like motherfuckers out here dropping dead behind that shit. Like I tell y'all, like, stress will kill you. Not in the way of like certain people who say stupid shit like, oh man, stress will kill you faster than a bullet. Nah, nigga, a bullet kill your motherfucking ass instantly. Stress will take about 5 or 6 years, my nigga. So stress ain't gonna kill you fast as a bullet, but it'll for sure kill you just as dead as a bullet to kill your motherfucking ass. Like, you got to prioritize that time that you spend for yourself. Like, prioritize being around the right types of people. Like to me, that's like number one. Like the people who I spend my time with, like the people who I stay around, the people who I have conversations with, the people who I kick it with. Like, if you a chaotic presence, you're not finna get a whole lot of energy from me. Like I tell y'all, y'all motherfuckers know, like I'm dating now, like I'm dealing with women. So, one of the things that will be an immediate disqualifier of fucking with me is once you become a chaotic presence, I'm not fucking with you. Like I'm gonna tell you straight the fuck up. Any woman that becomes a agent of chaos in my life, she about my nigga. Like I'm not dealing with that shit. Like nigga, once you become something that I can't see myself fucking with, like once you be like a headache, nigga. Once I look at my phone and I make that face when you call me, nigga, our interaction ain't gonna last long. And yeah, nigga, like Pop said, nigga, that shit almost took my dad out, nigga. Like when you don't prioritize your time correctly, nigga, when you running too fast, man, that should get you the fuck up out of here, my nigga. So, like I say, you gotta prioritize peace and everything. What's going on, Sat? Lakers world order and my nigga King Germ Pod and saved our marriage. But like I said, like nigga, the people who you keep around you, my nigga, like that's important in your peace of mind and how you prioritize your peace. Like the people who you keep in your circle, like the things that you do to occupy your fucking time. Like right now, like I tell y'all, like I'm doing stand up. What's going on, that Black Mike? Like I do stand up comedy now, nigga. That shit takes time. What's going on, my nigga? And damn, nigga, all the comedians tapping in, nigga. What's the deal? But like I said, like when it comes to comedy, like nigga, I try to spend as much time as possible working on my craft. Like after I finish this motherfucking show and that Black Mike, I don't know what y'all niggas got cracking, but I'm going to the motherfucking Laugh Factory after this, dog. I'm going to Hollywood. Like right after I finish recording. Once I turn this shit off, I'm going to Hollywood, my nigga. I'm gonna be at the Laugh Factory tonight. But like I said, my nigga, like with this comedy shit that I'm in, like I'm spending a lot of time working on my craft. Like nigga, whether that be going out networking, doing shows, chopping it up with other comedians, like whether it be phone conversations, in person, doing shows and shit like that shit takes a lot of time. But when it comes to the things that take a lot of time, it's a whole lot of certain shit gotta stop in order for other shit to go. Like nigga, I can't say, okay, I'm gonna do 100% comedy, 100% podcasting, 100% with my kids, 100% with my friendships. Like nigga, when it comes to the time that you spend with shit, you can't have everything, my nigga. Like this is just a general principle of life. Like you can't put 100% into everything, my nigga. Like there's only so many slices on a pizza, my nigga. If it's six people and it's six slices, you can't give everybody six slices. Some people just gonna have to get one slice, my nigga. Some people might not get no motherfucking slice. Like that's how you do with your fucking time. It's only 24 hours in a day. So like when it comes to me, like I was telling one of the, a person who I deal with, like all of my time is accounted for. Like I keep my calendar app real organized. So I could be like, okay, I got this show, this show, this show, this comedy, this, my kids, this. Like nigga, my time is very important and I spend it like that. Like I tell y'all about your self-importance, how you view yourself, the importance that you have on yourself. If you deem yourself to be important, my nigga, like your time is important. Your time is way up here. So you shouldn't be letting people waste your fucking time. Like, nigga, the time that I be having on the phone, like I tell y'all, I don't answer my phone. The reason I don't answer my phone is because if you ain't talking about money or something constructive, 9 times out of 10, nigga, text me that shit. Don't call me, my nigga. I'm not finna be sitting here burning time on the phone when I could be doing something else. I could be doing some content. I could be with my kids. I could be doing something that's gonna make some money. I could be having an important, constructive conversation with somebody. So if you calling me for some bullshit, don't call me. Text me that shit. If you want to see how I'm doing, text me. I'll tell you how I'm doing through a fucking text message. Or you can watch my story on Instagram. You can see it, nigga. I'm chilling. I'm doing something. Don't fucking waste my time. I don't play like that with niggas. Like, like how I spend my time. My nigga, like I tell motherfuckers, like, there's just some shit I'm not gonna be able to do. Like when it comes to my dating situations, like I tell the women who I date, like nigga, I'm a very busy man. Like you might not want me as a boyfriend right now. Like this ain't a good time for me and you to be dating. Cause if you fucking with me, you gonna have to be competing with my kids, my comedy, my podcasting, my job, and whatever the fuck else I got going on. Friendships, I ain't never had a problem with that. I ain't never been a friendly ass nigga. But when it come to like the things that I do that's important, nah, nigga, my priorities are very in order and pussy real low on that motherfucker. What's going on, Mr. Brown Life Agent? Gotta hit you up, my nigga. Hopefully next weekend, next Sunday, I could get you, Shan, and 12 cows so we could finish the Black Dollar series. Cause we need to finish that, my nigga. Now, I need you on that shit. Like I gotta have all four of us on that motherfucker. So Mr. Brown, if you still in here, I'm gonna be in the motherfucking DM. So we can make that shit happen. But like I said, my nigga, like when it comes to the prioritization of your fucking time, that's a big part of how you keep your mental health together, my nigga, because like you can literally overload yourself when you out here trying to like literally fill up every bucket, my nigga. It's like you got this bottle of water and you got six other bottles this size and you trying to fill them all up with this fucking amount of water, my nigga. Like it don't work like that. Like you got to distribute your time a certain way, so certain shit gotta suffer. Like you can't have everything the way you want to have it. Like if you want to succeed in anything, then you have to prioritize that thing that you want to succeed in. But other shit, it might just have to suffer, dog. Like nigga, you can't hit pitch, play first, second, and third base at the same time. So nigga, there's gonna be some shit that you just gonna have to either delegate that shit to somebody else, tell somebody, hey, I can't do that shit at 6. I got something going on at 6. Or just tell them respectfully, I'm gonna have to turn it down. Like, even when it comes to comedy, dog, like nigga, I've been in a blessed position to literally be able to tell motherfuckers no. Like, there's just some shit I'm just not gonna be able to do. As much as I'd love to be on stage every time I'm called, every time I'm booked, there's some shit I just ain't gonna be able to do. And again, like this is like I say, like especially because, like with my dad, I don't know if my dad's still in here, but like just conversations that me and him had when he was going through his situation when he had his cerebral stroke, my nigga, like you can't do everything. Like, nigga, quit your fucking job. Like, I was telling my dad to retire for years, nigga. Like, you should just retire. If you want to focus on fixing bikes and lowriders and shit, like, nigga, just quit the job and then do the bikes and lowriders. Like, fuck the job. And he like, shit, nigga, the job easy. Nigga, all I got to do is such and such. And I'm like, that's cool. You getting your money. Yeah, that's straight. But my nigga, like, you getting off work and then you go straight from work to working on bikes. You got a wife. You got kids. You got a million fucking things going on, my nigga. Like, there's gonna be some shit that you're gonna have to cut out of your fucking life in order to have enough time and like mental space to handle all this shit. But like, Pops, he a grown ass man. So it's like, I can only tell a motherfucker to do what they do. Nigga. So Pops just was going on about his shit because it's been working for all these years. And it's like, nigga, me and this nigga probably only rode Harleys together like 2 or 3 times. I'm like, shit, nigga, we should have been riding a whole lot more, but he had to do what he had to do. And, luckily we still got my nigga here because nigga, Pops was in the hospital for a cool amount of time behind that shit. And it was fucked up, my nigga, cause it's like this is literally like me seeing this shit in person. Like, because just like how my dad was a busy ass nigga, I'm a busy ass nigga too. So watching what happened to my dad, I'm like, nigga, I for damn sure can't let that shit happen to me just by watching it happen to him, like in real time. Like when you highly sought after, when you got a whole lot of people that want you to be in a whole lot of places, like, yes, it's a blessing to be useful. It's a blessing to be wanted. It's a blessing to be in demand. But at the same time, like, nigga, you got to be able to sit back and say, you know what? As much as all y'all niggas want me to be around, I can't be in 1,000 places at the same time. Like sometimes I'm just gonna have a day of sitting there on the couch not doing the motherfucking thing. What's going on, baby? Hey, how you doing, Casey? Like that's the fucking thing. Like you literally have to prioritize your peace of mind. Like me personally, like something that I personally do to prioritize, like just like my mental health. Like nigga, I have times where I just meditate. Like I'll go in my room, turn everything off, and just breathe deep, my nigga. You know, in through the nose, out through the mouth, my nigga. Like just listen to the that Andre 3000, the New Blue Sun album. Turn that bitch on and just meditate. Like nigga, let me just be present and absent at the same motherfucking time. Like nigga, let me just breathe, my nigga. Like a lot of motherfuckers don't take time to like just breathe, like be in the moment and out the moment at the same time. Because like I got a lot going on. And it's dope, my nigga. Like it's dope as fuck to be doing comedy and be getting all the love that I've gotten because I appreciate all that shit. Like it's dope as fuck to like post a clip and then everybody telling me how proud of me they are, how good I am, how funny I am, how dope it is to see me do my thing. Yeah, that shit fly. But nigga, like, it's a lot to this shit. Even with podcasting, like nigga, as a podcaster, nigga, I did 2 shows before I even got to do my own fucking show. Shout out to Friends with Billy. Shout out to my nigga Rodis. Like I did Rodis show. Me, Friends with Billy, and my nigga James. Like nigga, we did the Gentleman's Brunch. Like nigga, that's 2 podcasts before I did my own. And I'm going to Hollywood tonight. Like nigga, last night I was at an album release party. I worked. Like nigga, I got a million things going on. So like when it comes to me, like I say, like sometimes like I literally got to take time to just rest. Like something like me and my dad was talking about, like nigga, a nigga needs sleep, my nigga. Like it's cool that it's a million motherfuckers that want you to be doing something, but like dog, like you really gotta take time to sit the fuck down because that shit'll catch up with you. Because the thing is, like us as humans, especially like us as men, like the ego of a man tells us, like, man, I could do it. If it's possible, I could do it. If it's doable, I could do it. And that's true to an extent. But like I always say, my nigga, if you don't sit down, your body gonna sit you down, my nigga. If you don't take that time to kick back, nigga, life gonna life on your motherfucking ass. Like nigga, your body knows, my nigga. Like your body know when you need rest, and that motherfucker will park you and make you rest if you don't, rest by choice. What's going on, Tay Tay? What's going on? HD Motorcycle Madness? What's the deal? And like that's the fucking thing. Like nigga, your body will tell you to chill the fuck out. Whether you want to or not. Like nigga, I tell motherfuckers all the time. A whole lot of the times that you see me get my best sleep, it's pure exhaustion. Like sometimes, nigga, I get off work, nigga, and my body just like, nigga, we ain't doing shit. Nigga, I sit on the couch and be like, yeah, I'm finna watch a YouTube video real quick, and I will be out, nigga. I done came home from comedy shows, my nigga, sat on my motherfucking couch and literally fell asleep in my clothes, socks, shoes, jeans, and jewelry on, my nigga. Knocked the fuck out. Because I be fucking exhausted, my nigga. Like I say, I'm a busy ass nigga, homie. But like I say, like to say that in all, I always have to prioritize my peace of mind in everything. I gotta keep my time in order so I could keep my mind in order, my nigga. And what you say, Tay Tay Charm, exactly. It makes yeah, you gotta make time to sleep. What's the deal, Uncle Bob? Like that's the fucking thing. Like, nigga, I prioritize my time so I could prioritize my peace of mind. Because like I'm literally trying to start it at the building blocks of the things that you use to prioritize your peace of mind. Like y'all know how the show is structured. I start out with whoop de whoop, whoop de bam, go here, go there, and all that shit. What's the deal, Deacon Talks? But like I said, my nigga, like with me, the way that I do my thing is I prioritize my time first. And immediately after that, you prioritize the people that you have in your life. Whether that be friends, family, romantic relationships, co-workers, the job that you work at, and other things like that, my nigga. Like if you working at a job that's mentally taxing, you shouldn't be there, dog. Like even if you making good money, because you could replace that money, nigga. You can't replace your peace of mind, homie. You can't replace your mental health. Like it's so much easier to keep your mind in a good space than to get your mind back in a good space after you lose it. Like I said, like with the example of my dad, like nigga, it's way easier for me to just keep my mind like this than to go into the situation my dad was in where the nigga literally had to go to physical therapy to learn back how to walk, how to brush his teeth, how to just eat, how to do simple things that we take for granted. These abilities we take for granted. That if you have a fucking stroke, you're gonna have to go back and relearn how to do all this shit, my nigga. That's not no easy thing. That wasn't no easy thing for me to watch as a son, watching that shit happen to my dad. Like, damn, nigga, this nigga really got to learn how to do these simple things because he didn't properly prioritize his fucking time. He didn't prioritize a nigga mental health. What's the motherfucking deal? JP Justice up in this motherfucker. Like that's the thing. Like, nigga, you'll literally crash and burn if you don't properly prioritize your fucking time. Like, prioritize the things that keep peace of mind in your motherfucking house. Peace of mind to you as a person. And what you say, Tay Tay Charm lost a family friend because he was overweight and work and passed just because he didn't get enough sleep. Exactly. And that's the fucking thing. Like, you gotta prioritize your fucking time. Like I say, on top of prioritizing your time, you got to prioritize the people who you have around you, like the presences of the people around you, whether that be like just your friends. Like, I don't fuck with friends that get my, like, how you got people in your life that just know how to push that button and just trip you the fuck out and just take you to a bad place. I don't like being around friends like that. Like, I don't like friends that turn me up mentally. Like, I don't like friends that make me want to whoop somebody ass. I don't like being around friends that make me want to do some bullshit. Like, I can't fuck with it, my nigga. Same with women. Like I tell y'all, like, I know I make the jokes all the time about toxic pussy being the best and shit because it is. But at the same time, like, nigga, I can't be around a woman that is a toxic presence for me on no long term basis. Like, I can't be hanging around no chick that constantly got my mind in a frenzy, my nigga. Like, I can't do it, my nigga. Cause like I say, like, you only get one mind, my nigga. Like, your mental health is fucking important, dog. Like, nigga, your mental health is just as, if not more important than your physical health. And the same fucking principle stands. It's a whole lot easier to stay healthy than to get healthy after you fuck yourself up. Like, prevention is better than any cure, my nigga. So preventing yourself from having a mental breakdown or a physical breakdown is much easier than trying to recover from having said breakdown, my nigga. Like I say about like a physical breakdown, because like Tay Tay said, my nigga, like, not getting enough sleep will fuck you up. And the bad thing about not getting enough sleep is you don't really realize that you fucking up until you have fucked up. Until it's too fucking late. Until you literally up in the hospital wondering what the fuck happened. What the fuck I'm doing here? How I get here? Nigga, how many hours of sleep do you get? Like I be telling motherfuckers, like, a lot of niggas who know me, they always be like, damn, Dolemite, do you ever sleep? Yeah, nigga, I take plenty of naps. Like, yes, I'm one of the hardest working motherfuckers I know. Like, of my friend group, I'm probably the hardest working out of my whole friend group. Like, maybe not physical labor, but nigga, the hours I put into everything that I do is top fucking tier. And like I tell niggas, it's not a flex. Like, a lot of niggas like praise me for this work ethic that I have. And I'm like, nigga, this ain't no flex, nigga. Like, wait till the results hit. That's when I'll be able to celebrate this shit as a victory. Right now, being busy ain't no victory for me, nigga. Being busy is just what I'm doing. Like, this is just something that I'm doing to accomplish a goal. So I celebrate the actual victories, like, nigga, a good performance on stage, that's something to celebrate. A good episode that I finished, that's something to celebrate. So when I get done, when I have a good episode, nigga, trust me, nigga, I do my little dance. I ain't gonna front. Y'all don't be here because I turn all the cameras off. But I for sure give their ass a little shimmy, like, yeah, nigga, I smoke that shit, nigga. Ain't nobody here to see it, but nigga, I celebrate, nigga. Take me a nice little sip of water, and I be happy. Like, good episode, Dolomite, nigga. Sometimes you gotta pat yourself on the back. You gonna have enough motherfuckers in your life that's gonna hate on you. So sometimes you gotta be your own biggest fan, nigga. Sometimes you gotta cheer for yourself when it ain't no fans around, my nigga. Like I said, nigga, the prioritization of your mental health is important. Just for me, as me, nigga, it's a good thing to have a pat on the back. Everybody want to be patted on the back. As much as a lot of niggas be trying to pretend like they too cool for school and I don't need validation from anybody, I do. I'll be the first to admit, as cool of a nigga as I am, nigga, I love validation. I love people telling me I'm doing a good fucking job. So sometimes when there's nobody around to tell me that, I tell myself. Nigga, if I finish a good set, after I get off stage, you did your motherfucking shit, self. Nigga, I go look in the mirror and be like, nigga, you did your shit, homie. Good fucking job. Like, nigga, just to keep myself grounded, like, just to be like, nigga, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I'm doing a good job. Like I know my heart. Like I know what I got going on. And I tell motherfuckers like this is the thing. Like I tell y'all motherfuckers all the time, like nigga, the best love is self-love. The most important form of love is self-love because if you don't love you, how you gonna effectively love somebody else, my nigga? Like how can you properly love other people if you don't even love you? The same with respect and other things like that. Like nigga, how I take care of myself is translated and projected on how I take care of my kids and how I take care of the motherfuckers around me, all the people who I love and the people who I fuck with. Like nigga, I deem myself to be important. So I take the people that's around me as important. Like I just was having a conversation with the homie about Sigmund Freud. Like fucking my favorite theory by Sigmund Freud is the theory of projection, my nigga. Like you project your worldview on other people. You deal with other people how you deal with yourself, nigga. How you view yourself as a person is how you view other people. So if you view yourself as important, you'll view other people as important. Same with self-respect, nigga. When I meet people with no self-respect who are disrespectful, I don't fuck with them. Because if you don't respect yourself, you for damn sure ain't gonna respect me. That's why, like I say about the women that I deal with, the sexiest shit in the world to me when it comes to a woman is her self-care, how she views herself, how she loves herself. If you don't have no self-respect as a woman, I can't fuck with you. If you don't have no love for yourself as a woman, I can't fuck with you. If you don't view yourself as you a bad bitch, I can't fuck with you. If you don't have self-confidence, if you don't have self-love, I can't fuck with you. Because if you don't have those things in you, you'll never have those things for me. And what you say, nigga, it's hard to say your name. What's that? PTL DAT 2013. I gotta agree, bro. Everyone needs to cheer themselves, and when it's just to keep themselves sane. Preach, bro. You dead on. Tons of applause, dog. You're preaching the truth. Good looking out, homie. What's that? PTL DAC 2013. Good looking out. What you say, Tay Tay? I'm going through a lot myself. And not afraid to be getting help now. Exactly, and that's also a thing too. Like as an adult, sometimes you have to put your ego to the side and literally say, sometimes I need help. Like I tell y'all all the time, like when it comes to prioritizing your mental health, like I say about the self love that I deem to be real sexy in women, it's a big plus for me when a woman tells me she has a therapist. Like I ain't gonna front. Like I've told the joke on stage, bullshitting. Like nigga, I love a crazy bitch. I love a bitch with a therapist. It's not even to say that I love a bitch that's crazy because she got a therapist. I just love a woman who can admittedly say, nigga, I need help. So I'm speaking to somebody who can help me. If a woman tells me, oh yeah, today me and my therapist talked about this, like nigga, that's damn near like some sexy talk to me. Because I love that shit. Like, bitch, keep on telling me about what else your therapist say. Cause I don't look at you as crazy. I look at you as a motherfucker who could say, you know what, I need help, my nigga. Like I can't do all this shit by myself. Cause like I tell y'all, like me personally, I'm pro therapy. Am I in therapy? No. Not really tripping off it. Do I feel like I need therapy? No. Not really tripping off it. Am I against it? Hell no. Like nigga, I'm pro therapy. I love when people tell me about their therapists. I love when people tell me about their therapy sessions. What's going on, my nigga Trill? Like I'm all for it, nigga. I love that shit. Cause like I'm all for a person being able to say I need help, so I'm going to get that help. Like nigga, I'm not too cool or tough to say that I need help. Cause like even as far as the therapy that I have with people, like the people who I deem to be like my friend group, my close confidants, the people who I talk to on a regular basis, like they know I tell them all the time, like you're my therapist. You're my outlet. You're the person who I talk to about what I'm going through. Because in reality, a lot of times that's what a therapist is. A therapist is somebody to guide you through that dark place of your mind, my nigga. Like that's the person that you talk to when you're going through something, when you need to get something off your fucking chest. Like I'm all for people having a therapist. Because like I said, nigga, that shows that you are prioritizing your mental health. You're prioritizing your peace of mind. Like I tell y'all about the consultations that I do with people. Like I say, like nigga, I'm like a freelance fucking therapist because some people, they hit me up, they shoot me a couple of dollars, and we have a session where I listen to you and I offer my advice based on the information that you gave me. And like I tell motherfuckers, like the thing is, when it comes to therapy, like you got to be able to be honest with your therapist and honest with yourself. Like I said about the theory of projection, like I can't help you if you don't give me all the information. So like I tell people, like it's cool that motherfuckers have therapists because that's somebody who you trust to give them deep personal information about yourself so they can help you deal with certain things. Like when it comes to me and the sessions that I have with people, it's like, nigga, this shit dies between me and you. There's nothing that I'm gonna have in a consultation with a person and I'm gonna share that information with another motherfucker because that fucks up the integrity of what I do. So when it comes to the sessions that I have with people, it's like, nigga, I don't mind you telling me something. Like this a judgment free zone. Because at the end of the day, like I be telling motherfuckers, like, nigga, we all flawed humans, dog. Like, there's something that we all do that we not proud of. There's something that we all do that we wouldn't want to tell everybody publicly. So if you telling me something privately, my nigga, I'm gonna keep that shit between us because I just ain't no suck ass nigga like that. Like I say, like nigga, I'm all for therapy, my nigga. Like there's friends that I have that I literally tell shit that I don't want nobody else to know. But again, like just for the personal therapy and me getting certain shit off my chest, it's like everybody needs somebody to be able to tell those things that they don't want the rest of the world to know, my nigga. Because as humans, as adults, we all have those things. What's going on, Lil Mike? What's up, Smeezy? What's going on, Sean James? And like that's the fucking thing. Like I said, like prioritize your motherfucking mental health. Prioritize your fucking peace of mind because you can't get that shit back if you lose it, my nigga. Like you gotta do everything you can to actively, proactively protect that shit. What's going on, Jay Christian? Like that shit big to me, my nigga. Like I tell y'all, like this show is big on mental health, my nigga. Like just as much as it is about dating, relationships, taking care of yourself, having high self-esteem. Like nigga, this show, if I could say like the most important thing of this show is the protection of your motherfucking mental health, my nigga. Like I really hope that everybody who listens to this show takes that away from what they get from listening to this motherfucking podcast, nigga. The prioritization of your fucking mental health. Because nigga, that's paramount in anything you do. Like the reason that I'm so effective in a whole lot of the things that I do, when it comes to like how I could do podcasting, comedy, being a fucking father, working and all of these things is because like I say, number one, I prioritize my time. And number two, I prioritize my peace of mind. It's the motherfucking deal, T-Mo. What's going on? The Gifted Company LLC. Like those two things are paramount to me. Like I say, like when it comes to the people who I deal with, how I deal with them, and the way that I deal with people, like I'm always prioritizing my fucking peace. So if I deal with people, whether you be a friend, a coworker, a girl who I fuck with, or any of that shit, like nigga, once you become something that's coming against my peace of mind, dismissed. Like I tell motherfuckers, like nigga, my detached game is cold. Like I got motherfuckers who I got deep love for that when they leave my life, sayonara, my nigga. And it's not that I don't care, but it's that, like I put on my fucking the little away message on Instagram. Like I can't afford to give a fuck, my nigga. It's like it's fucked up how it sounds, but it just is what the fuck it is. Like I can love you with all my motherfucking heart. But when it's time for you to go, I'll let your ass go. Something I say all the time, my nigga, the entrance and the exit are the same size and they both open and never locked. You don't have to be here, my nigga. Like nigga, I'm just as happy to have you in my life as I am to have you out of my life and vice versa. Like we had good times and that was cool, but if our interaction got to end, that's cool too. Like I told y'all in the episode, this is why I'm cool. Like there's women who I've loved deeply, who I no longer have contact with. Like, I can't afford to cry over that shit, my nigga. Like, do I wish you was here? Hell yeah. But am I fucking tripping? Hell no. I can't afford to be tripping. I got too much going on to be tripping over that shit. Like I told y'all, like, nigga, I was married, nigga, 15 fucking years, dog. Like, y'all don't think I miss that shit? Hell yeah, I do. Like, nigga, I wish I could be married. Like, this single shit bullshit. It's overrated like a motherfucker. But at the same time, like, nigga, life gotta go on. I gotta live my life for me and my kids, my nigga. Like, I can't live in the past. Like, there's a fucking reason your windshield is damn near your whole motherfucking car. And your rear view mirror is about 6 motherfucking inches wide and about 3 inches fucking tall, my nigga, because you should be looking way more out this big ass motherfucker than out that tiny ass rear view mirror. That's a metaphor for motherfucking life, my nigga. Like, I'm spending 99% of my time looking into the future. 1% of my time looking into the past. The only reason I'm looking into the past is so I won't repeat no mistakes that I've made before. Outside of that, nigga, I don't dwell on it, my nigga. I don't dwell on negativity. I don't dwell on shit that people have done to make me mad. Like, it's damn near like a fucking handicap that I have in relationships. Because like I don't think about shit that people have done to hurt my feelings if I truly love them, my nigga. Like, if I'm really in a relationship with a motherfucker and I'm really locked in with them, like, I don't sit there resenting shit that they did to make me mad. Like, I really have this ability to be like, bitch, I forgot about what the fuck we was arguing about. Like, I don't sit up here thinking about the shit I don't like about a woman that I'm dealing with. Nigga, if we got into it and I tell you I forgave you, bitch, trust me, I forgot. Nigga, you damn near got to get out of jail free card with me, because I'm gonna be like, I don't remember what the fuck that argument was about. Like, I don't dwell on bullshit. I don't dwell on negativity. It's never been my thing. Like I tell niggas all the time, like, if you do something that I deem to be a unforgivable violation, I'm cutting you off in the moment. I'm not finna keep fucking with you knowing damn well you did some bullshit, and I'm gonna keep bringing it up, and it's gonna keep playing in my head to the point where it's eventually gonna break me. I'm gonna cut you off at the fucking moment so I could keep on moving on about my day with a fucking smile on my face. And vice versa. Like I tell people, like, I never want nobody in my life to view me in a way that every time my name get brought up, it takes the smile off your face. So if you fucking with me and my presence becomes a bad thing for you, I'm not gonna be mad at you for cutting me off, my nigga. Like, there's no woman in my life that I've ever hated because she broke up with me, or because she stopped fucking with me, or because she blocked me, or because she cut me off. If you gotta cut me off for your own personal peace and mental health, I salute you and I'm happy for you. I'm literally going I'm gonna respect whatever your wishes is. If you gotta cut me off, do your thing, baby girl. Like, I'm not mad at you, because that was a decision that you had to make for your mental health. And if that's something that brings you peace, my absence brings you peace, I'm all for it. Like, I love you enough to be absent out of your life if that's what makes you happy, because I'm all about motherfuckers being happy. I don't want you to be around me if being around me pisses you off, or makes you feel sad, or makes you feel anxious, or like you fucking with me because you feel like not fucking with me is gonna make you feel guilty. If that's the case, if you fucking with me because you don't want to feel guilty, don't fuck with me. Like, by all means, I'm a big boy. I can handle this shit. Like, I can handle not fucking with you. We gonna be okay as long as you okay. Because I would much rather you be happy without me than you be sad fucking around with me. And it is what it is. And what you say, Casey, one of the biggest parts of mental health is knowing um who you can and cannot have around you. Exactly. Because that's my thing. Like, if fucking with me fucks you up, I don't want to fuck with you. I don't want you to fuck with me. Like, legit. Like, I got women, like I say all the time, like, there's a woman who I fucked with who to this day is the realest bitch I've ever met. And I love her with all my motherfucking heart. Nigga, she blocked me and she meant that shit. Nigga, she ain't never unblocked me. She ain't never reached out to me. Nigga, she ain't never snuck and watched my page. Nigga, she stood on business, my nigga. And I love that. Like I respect the fuck out that shit. She was like, nigga, fuck you, and it's really fuck you for real. As sad as it is, as much as I really miss our friendship and I wish we could still interact and I wish we could still be cool, I got the utmost respect for that shit, my nigga. Like I've never tried to reach out to her. I ain't never try to sneak and do the same exact shit. Like, hey, you miss me? Hell no, my nigga. Like if not fucking with me makes you smile, by all means, baby girl, get your smile on, my nigga. Like I'm happy for you. Like I don't want to be a chaotic presence in nobody's life. Because like I say, I will hope people will have the same respect for me. If I tell you that you bring chaos into my life and I need you out of my life, stay the fuck out of my motherfucking life. I don't want you coming around trying to sow discord in my life. Like I don't want you coming around trying to bring confusion into my life. I don't want you coming around to fuck with me when you want to fuck with me and then have me back in a bad mental space because you don't want to fuck with me no more. Like, okay, it was fun while it lasted. You know, I'm done fucking with your head, nigga. Now let me go on about my day and get my smile on because I was only around you to see if I still had action at you. You know, because there's people like that in your fucking life, my nigga. Like there's people in your life that only want to come around to see that if they still got that action at you. To see if they can still sow confusion in your life. To still stir up chaos in your life. You know, there's motherfuckers literally watching your page just to see if you still subbing them, just to see if you still care about them. They don't give a fuck about you. They only give a fuck about the action that they have at you. They only give a fuck about the fact that for some weird ass reason, the dislike that you have for them or the feelings that you have for them, whether good or bad, is still there, and they get a rise out of that shit. Like they get like a little shot of dopamine off the fact that you still give a fuck. Like I be telling motherfuckers, like the greatest revenge, nigga, is moving the hell on. You know, complacency. You know, cause like I tell y'all, nigga, the opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is complacency. You know, if you break up with a motherfucker and then they check your page and you still talking shit, they know you still care. They look at your page and you still, you know, sad, crying, they know you still care. Nigga, whether you posting good memories of them or you posting that they a punk motherfucking name shit, they know you still care. You know, nigga, the best motherfucker revenge is when they see you on the beach with a smile on your face. When they see you hanging out. When they see you out partying. When they see you with your new boo. They like, damn, this motherfucker really don't care. That's when it start affecting them. You know, like I be telling motherfuckers, my nigga, like the best revenge is moving the fuck on, my nigga. Like when that motherfucker see you out there with a big ass smile on your face, nigga, they be sick as a bitch. What's going on, Scotian with the potion? The motherfucking ism in the building. What's going on, Junior Murray? You know, like that's the fucking thing, dog. Like, nigga, that move on is a motherfucker. And again, you gotta prioritize your own peace of mind. You know, so whatever that looks like for you, you gotta approach that. You know, like I say, like with me, I can't afford to give a fuck. You know, like one of my mental exercises when it's time for me and a person to part ways is like I told y'all, like nigga, if y'all niggas got 2 hours, y'all gotta run back that episode. This is why I'm cool. I forgot the episode number, but basically I was breaking down stoicism and how I move through life and how I keep myself bulletproof, my nigga. A whole lot of what it is, you know, my understanding of it is what it is. Whether you with me or you not with me, it is what it is. If you fucking with me, if you like me, if you dislike me, I still got moves to make. I still got money to make. I still got kids to take care of. I still got bills to pay. So if we fucking and sucking, hanging out, going on vacations and kissing and hugging, cool. That's a beautiful thing and I love it. I love the interaction that me and you have. But if we never see each other again, that's cool too. Cause these bills still gotta get paid. These kids still gotta get taken care of. I still got moves to make. I still got a career to chase. I still got goals to accomplish. And it is what it is. Whether you here or not, all of those things still gotta happen. I still got shit I gotta take care of. So do I wish you was here? Hell yeah. But am I gonna be fucked up somewhere? Hell no. Can't afford that, my nigga. I can't afford to be crying over you. I can't afford to be sad. I can't afford to be fucked up. I can't afford to be stressed out. I got too much shit I gotta fucking accomplish. So it's not that I never fucking cared. It's that I can't afford to be fucked up. What's going on, my nigga Paco? And that's the fucking thing. Like, nigga, I could love you to death and move on like I never fucked with you. And like I say, it's not because I didn't fuck with you. It's not because I didn't love you. I loved you as much as I said I did. Like I say all the time, like, nigga, when it comes to true love, and like, this is something that I might do an episode about later on, nigga, like, when you truly love somebody, like, the way that you show your love is in the fact that you putting your heart on the line for this motherfucker. Like, you don't mind putting yourself in a situation to where you're giving this person the ability to break your fucking heart. Like, you are putting yourself in a situation that the love that I have for you is me saying, here, take this, don't break it. Like, that's when you truly love a motherfucker. Like, the main pillar in true love is trust. What's going on, nephew? What's going on, Tay? My little cousin up in this motherfucker. Like, that's the thing about love, my nigga. Like, you literally putting your heart in another motherfucker's hands and saying, please don't break this, my nigga. Like, that's a real fucking thing, dog. But like I said, nigga, like, even in the sense of a motherfucker breaking your heart, like, nigga, you gotta live life with the fact that it's gonna happen. That's just a part of life. Like, nigga, my heart broke, that's fucked up, but I got hustling to do. Like I be telling motherfuckers, like, nigga, the best remedy for a broken heart is busy hands, my nigga. Like, okay, my heart broke, I'm fucked up, nigga. Now I gotta pour myself into my work. I gotta pour myself into finding something to occupy that space that this person used to occupy. I know every Friday night me and her used to be on the motherfucking phone all night talking, but now Friday nights I gotta go bowling. Now on Friday nights, like I gotta, do my podcast. Or now on Friday nights, I gotta find something to occupy that space. Because niggas sitting there dwelling in that bullshit will drive you up the fucking wall, my nigga. Like, you don't never want to put yourself in a position where a motherfucker's absence fucks you up, my nigga. Like I say, nigga, I love your presence, but I'm not gonna mourn your absence. I'ma keep that shit motherfucking pushing, my nigga. Because it's life, my nigga. Like I said, dog, like, a phrase that I use probably literally 50 to 100 times a day is it is what it is, my nigga. If we together, it is what it is. It's a beautiful thing. But if we not together, it is what it is. It's fucked up, but I still got shit to do. I still got goals to accomplish. I still got kids to feed, bills to pay, a mortgage, rent. All of these things still got to get taken care of, whether I'm fucking with you or not. So me not fucking with you ain't finna stop none of this shit. I can't afford to be sitting up balled up crying over your motherfucking ass. And like I said, it's not because I don't love you or I didn't like you, but because, nigga, my life and mental health is too important for me to let not fucking with you fuck these things up, my nigga. Like, that's the fucking thing. Like, it's like the subtle art of not giving a fuck. Like, nigga, life gon' life whether you here or not, my nigga. The only motherfuckers that's gonna stop my wheels from turning is Deuce and Brownie. Something happened to my motherfucking kids, yeah, nigga, I might fucking lose it. But outside of that, nigga, I'm gonna have to be able to do with or without anybody else, my nigga. Whether that be a woman, a friend, any of that shit, my nigga. It's like next man up. Like I be telling motherfuckers, like, nigga, I done lost, jobs that had me doing very well in life, my nigga. And I had to keep it the fuck pushing. Like, one of the things, like, compliments that I've gotten throughout life, like, man, you so strong. How is it that you can handle these things so well? Because after my marriage ended, my nigga, like, shit, I think we broke up. I probably moved into my new place within about 4 months, something like that. Like, nigga, I was out the boom boom room into the sanctuary, my nigga. And they like, man, you handled that shit so well. How did you handle it so well? And it's like, I loved her with all my heart, but at the same time, like, nigga, I got kids to raise, dog. Like, I can't allow a loss that I take to affect the rest of my life so bad negatively that it just fucks me all up, my nigga. Like I have to, as a man, show strength and resilience to my kids. Like nigga, I'm the example of what a man is. So I can't afford to allow a loss that I took to affect me to a point where I can't function, my nigga. Like I tell motherfuckers all the time, like you don't owe it to nobody to be fucked up. Like some motherfuckers, like when they lose a relative and they ball up and it fucked them up so bad that they can't function, they can't work, they can't eat, they can't sleep, they can't do their job effectively. And it's like, there's nobody in the great beyond. There's nobody standing right here on this earth that's like, hey man, when I die, bitch, you better kill yourself too. You better commit suicide too. When I die, I want you to quit your job and spend the rest of your life crying in a dark corner. That's what I want for your life. When I pass away, bitch, you better be somewhere crying all day. You better cry till your tears fall, till your eyes fall out and you blind. Nobody wants that, my nigga. So like when I take losses in life, like whether it be something tragic of losing a person, or when it comes to a motherfucker just leaving my life and they still alive and they out functioning, living with a smile on their face. Like nigga, I don't owe it to you to be somewhere balled up crying, my nigga. I have to succeed, my nigga. Like I have to go on. I gotta keep on motherfucking pushing. I gotta keep on hustling. I gotta keep accomplishing goals. It's the motherfucking deal, Sun State Customs, my nigga Chris Ash. Like that's the fucking thing. Like, nigga, when your parents pass away, it ain't no motherfucking parent that when they passed away, they said, I hope my kids is fucked up when I die. I hope you spend the rest of your life crying when I die. I hope when I die, you lose your job because you spend so much time off work being a bitch ass nigga that you lost your motherfucking job. I hope you be homeless because my death fucked you up so bad that you couldn't function. Nobody wants that, my nigga. Your parents want you to keep on living your life. Of course, I want you to mourn my absence. I don't want you to be like, ha ha, pops, you dead. Fuck you, nigga. We up. No, nigga, I'm not saying that. But at the same time, like, nigga, in my absence, I want you to succeed. Like, nigga, that's a parent's job for their child, my nigga. Your job as a parent is to provide a life and to give your children the tools that it takes to live and function in your absence, my nigga. So us as people, like nigga, when it comes time for our parents to go to the great beyond, it's our job to keep on going with the lessons that they taught us. It's our job to stand on the shoulders of what them motherfuckers gave us to push forward. That's what I do with every loss that I take in my life. If it's somebody who has to leave my life, it's like, okay, for sure. We enjoyed the time that we had. I appreciate the times we had. I appreciate the lessons that we learned, the smiles and all of the other things, the memories that I have with you. But nigga, I gotta keep the fuck pushing. Nigga, do I miss you? Hell yeah. Do I think about you? Most likely. But like I said, nigga, I'm never gonna put myself in a position where somebody's absence is gonna make me not functional. Like I said, nigga, the only motherfuckers in my life that they absence is gonna make me not functional is my kids. And that's because they are my priority. They are what's important in my life. They are my motivation for everything that I do. They're the reason that I work so hard. So without them, it's like, what the fuck am I doing here, my nigga? What the fuck am I doing all this for? What is it that I'm gonna keep on pushing forward for? Like that's the only thing. But outside of that, nigga, there's no woman in my motherfucking life that I'm gonna be like, oh man, I can't function. Oh man. Cause like I tell motherfuckers all the time, dog, like the thing about love is, when you in love with somebody, it gives the illusion of the fact that only that person can give you that feeling. Like nobody makes me smile like she does. Nobody makes me bust a nut like she does. Nobody can talk to me or give me the feeling that she gives me. And yes, to an extent, that's somewhat true because there's no other bitch that you've met that made you feel that way. But at the same time, when you lost your first love, your second love made you feel like it was the first love. When you lost your second love, it was the same thing when it came to the third love. Like, you'll get it again, my nigga. You'll be okay, dog. Like, nigga, there's no woman in the world that got a monopoly on giving you a nut, and vice versa. Lady, there's no man in this world that can touch a spot that there's not another nigga in this world that can touch, my nigga. So as fucked up as it feel, as sad as it is to lose a person, that ain't the last motherfucker out there, my nigga. She ain't the baddest bitch in the world. She might have been the baddest bitch in the world at the time. She might have been the bitch in the world that made you the happiest at the time. But at the same time, like nigga, some shit just wasn't meant to work, my nigga. Some shit wasn't forever. And you gotta be okay with that. Not that you be happy that it's a motherfucker leaving your life because it's fucked up. It hurts, my nigga. Like I tell y'all all the time, like nigga, when it comes to me, I keep a stoic demeanor. I'm real cool about everything. I'm real even keel about everything. A lot of people think that I'm anti-emotion. I'm not anti-emotion, nigga. We all human. We all feel emotion. We all get sad. We all mourn. We all get depressed, nigga. Like we all have negative and positive feelings, my nigga. We all have sad times. I get sad. Nigga, I even cry sometimes, my nigga. Like I be fucked up about certain shit. But at the same time, like I tell y'all, like me as a man and how I carry myself and who I am as a man, I can't allow my emotions to take me over because I can't afford that shit. Like as a man, like nigga, I have to show strength to everybody around me. As a leader, you have to have the ability to lead beyond pain. Like nigga, you shouldn't allow some negative shit that happens in your life to make you unfunctional because that's not a good fucking quality in a motherfucking leader, my nigga. Like me as a man, like I don't want my kids to see no signs of weakness in me. Do they understand the fact that daddy has feelings too? Yes, because I tell them it's okay to have emotions. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be hurt. It's okay to be disappointed and frustrated. It's not okay to allow those things to fuck up how you function. Nigga, like I say, like nigga, when it comes to the prioritization of your time, nigga, sometimes you're gonna have to set aside that you time to spend that you time crying in the fucking corner. Like I say, nigga, when I take my time to meditate, I get all those emotions out in my meditation. Whether I had a sad day, so my meditation is spent dealing with my sadness, or I had a very happy day where my meditation is spent grounding me. Because like I say, I don't believe in humility, but I do believe in staying grounded. I don't let myself get so high in the clouds that something bad happening is gonna lead me crashing down to the ground. Like I say, like in the stoicism that I believe in, nigga, I believe in keeping everything at a nice, even level. So when I take a victory, do I level up? Hell yeah. But I don't level up so high that a failure gonna have me smacking down, crashing to the ground. No, nigga, I stay at a nice, even height. So if something fucked up happened, I might go a little lower, but even with that, I don't allow no loss to get me so low to where I can't go up. I don't get so deep down in the depths that I can't look up and see the surface. Like I say, like that's the prioritization of my mental health. That's why I stay so even keeled on everything. Like I believe in stoicism, my nigga, and having a stoic demeanor and being a stoic. Like I don't never get too high or too low on anything because I understand, my nigga, like both of these things are parts of life, my nigga. Like in life, you're gonna have highs, you're gonna have lows, you're gonna have good days, you're gonna have bad days. So I don't let my good days get me so high that having a bad day gonna ruin me. And I don't let my low days get me so low that I'm in a situation where I don't even realize the fact that the sun gonna come out tomorrow. Like I be telling motherfuckers, like nigga, it's fucked up that a lot of times when you're going through a storm, you can't see the sun through the storm, but you gotta understand that it's still there. Like a lot of motherfuckers, what fucks them up in the sense of going through a storm or going through a bad situation, it's like you can't even fathom positivity because your mind is so consumed in what's negative. But you got to understand that the fact that there is positivity, my nigga, there will be positivity. A lot of times there is positivity in the negative circumstance that you're going through if you can see it. Like I be telling motherfuckers, like a lot of times when I'm going through something negative, I'm always looking for the positive in the negative, and that helps me to get out of the negative into a positive because I'm using it as an opportunity. And if y'all on my fucking Uncle Dolemite page, go to the Too Much Game page. They're live over. But like I said, my nigga, like that's how I look at life. That's how I look at negativity, nigga. That's how I approach negative circumstances in my fucking life. Like I don't allow myself to get so fucked up by negativity that I can't see positivity. Like I always keep myself in a mental space to say, the sun gonna come out, so I'm gonna be okay. I'm still healthy. I'm gonna be okay. My kids are still cool. I'm gonna be okay. Like that's how I deal with tragedy, my nigga. Whenever I'm dealing with a fucked up situation, a negative, a loss, or anything like that, I always remind myself of all the things in life that I got going on to the positive. Because loss is a part of life. Like nigga, loss is gonna happen. It's just a normal part of what's gonna happen in your life. Especially because like I tell y'all about negativity, what I tell y'all all the time about loss in life. The losses that you take in your life help you appreciate the wins that you take in your life. The fact that you experience negativity makes positivity in your life feel that much better. The fact that you've been hungry makes your food taste that much better when you get some food in your stomach. When you going through that drought, when you thirsty, it make a regular warm glass of water taste amazing when you've been thirsty all day. When you go through those negative circumstances, it makes those positive things feel that much better, my nigga. Getting a win feels so much better after a losing streak, my nigga. After you done lost 5 games in a row, nigga, getting one win feel like a fucking championship, my nigga. So sometimes like you literally gotta be able to have the ability to embrace the negativity in your life. And again, like all this goes into prioritizing your fucking peace, my nigga. Like you should be able to have peace of mind in any situation when you keep yourself grounded. When you keep your eyes at ground level, my nigga, when you keep your eyes at eye level, when you keep your feet planted on the ground, nigga, you can maintain your peace because you understand that. When your highs get high, you keep them at a nice level. You don't get too high up in the sky that when something don't go your way, you come crashing down. I allow my positives to have me in a good, happy mood, but I don't let it get me up so far to where I'm unrealistic about who I am and something could crush me, my nigga. That's just not gonna happen. What's going on? What's that Tim stand up guy? What's going on? BK in the motherfucking building. Shout out to Brooklyn, dog. Y'all niggas almost got me into some fisticuffs in the Bronx, but shout out to Brooklyn, my nigga. But like I said, dog, like that's the fucking thing. You never let your highs get you too high to where you can't see the ground, and you never let your motherfucking lows get you so low to where you can't see the surface. You never get so deep into the storm that you don't understand that the sun's still shining. And you never get so motherfucking married to the sunny weather to where you don't understand that the motherfucking rain is coming. Like all of these are all important parts of the cycle of life. There's gonna be negatives, there's gonna be positives. You gonna take losses and you gonna get gains. There's gonna be people who gonna come into your life and bring smiles, and there's gonna be people who gonna leave out of your motherfucking life. But the thing is, when people leave your life, like you always gotta stay attached to the fact that you was in my life for a season and that was cool. But I gotta be happy in the fact that you doing well where you at and I'm doing well where I'm at. I never have hard feelings toward motherfuckers. Like nigga, it just is what it is. Like I tell y'all, like nigga, I got the utmost respect for everybody who I've had in my life and who I've had out of my life. Like I'm never like fucked up about it. Like I don't hold grudges, my nigga. Because like I understand, like everybody's not meant to be in your life forever. Like I say about family members, like nigga, I got family members that I love with all my heart that I know, like I'm gonna lose them one day, my nigga. Like that's just a part of life, like nigga, motherfuckers not being there. Whether it be death or y'all motherfuckers not getting along, whether it be your kids going off to college, somebody moving to a new city or state, like it's a lot of motherfuckers that just ain't gonna be in your life forever. So you gotta prioritize your motherfucking peace in every facet of your fucking life. You gonna lose jobs. You gonna lose friends. You gonna lose all type of shit, nigga. It's just gonna be some shit that's gonna come into and leave your life, nigga. That's just a reality of it. So like I said, nigga, don't never get too high or low on nothing because at the end of the day, nigga, it is what it is. And it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Whether this circumstance exists or it don't, it's always gonna be what it is. Nigga, life gonna go on. With or without this person, with or without this job, with or without this situation, with or without this win or loss, with or without this money, with or without you, my nigga. When you're no longer here, life gonna move the fuck on, my nigga. When you pass away, you 6 feet under, or you in a wall, or however the fuck you decide to go when you go, my nigga. Life gonna keep the fuck pushing. So with that understanding, my nigga, like, don't get too high or low, nigga. Just keep your motherfucking mental health together because at the end of the day, nigga, that's one thing you can't fucking get back. Like I say, my nigga, the reason I prioritize my busy ass time is because I know I can't get none of this shit back. So I gotta spend it a certain way. I gotta spend it with certain people. I gotta spend it doing certain things. Anything else, my nigga, like I can't afford to give a fuck. I can't afford to let something go wrong and it takes me out of my element, my nigga. Because a whole lot of what I got going on is dependent on me staying in my element. It's dependent on me keeping a even keel. It's dependent on me keeping that smile on my face, keeping that motivation, keeping that zeal that I have for life. Like, nigga, I can't afford to let, oh man, my marriage fucked up. I can't tell jokes no more. I can't podcast no more. I can't smile no more. I can't be effective no more. I can't work no more. I can't hustle no more. No. And I was madly in love with my kid's mom. My nigga, I loved her with all my motherfucking heart. Anybody who knew me while I was in my marriage knew like that was my number one, my nigga. But when the shit was over, like I had to be like, well, it is what the fuck it is. It's not that I never cared. Like, how the fuck I'ma spend 15 years faking? No, nigga, I was in love, my nigga, like 1000%, my nigga. But again, like after shit is over, like I have to keep the fuck pushing. Nigga, my kids are still watching. There's still people who love me. There's still things that gotta get taken care of. So as a man, I have to be able to lead beyond pain. Like one of the things that I tell y'all all the fucking time, like as much as I have a large female audience on this show, nigga, this show is geared toward men. And what I tell men who listen to this fucking show is you as a man have to have the ability to lead beyond pain. I don't want none of you niggas to walk around this motherfucker like you don't have emotions. Like I tell y'all, like I don't never want to give people the perception or the lie or the facade of me not having emotions. I have emotions. I get sad, I get disappointed, I get frustrated. I have all these emotions. I just don't allow the motherfuckers to affect how I move because how I move is important. What I do is important. Who I have to take care of is important. I'm important. So in me prioritizing the importance of myself and everything that I got going on, I gotta move a certain way. And allowing my emotions to put me in a fucked up position, that shit not kosher. I can't do that. I can't allow my emotions to be on my sleeve to the point where I break off and do some punk shit because I was sad or because my feelings was hurt or because you said something I didn't like. Like, nigga, I as a man have to be able to check my emotions and move accordingly. It's the motherfucking deal. E Skrilla, the Wizard of Ism, the motherfucking ism in the building. Like I said, my nigga, like that's just how I move as a man and how I tell my audience to move as men as well as women, because like I said, my nigga, women gotta move a certain way too. But I'm talking to the men, like as a man, it's okay to have emotion, but you can't allow your emotions to be what triggers your motion. You can't let what happens to you in your emotions be what makes you crash out because you sad or because you feel disrespected or neglected or because somebody said something you didn't like. Like, nigga, you got hustling to do, nigga. You got goals to accomplish. You got shit you got to take care of. You got people you got to take care of. You can't allow your fucking emotions to fuck that up. So it's not about you not having emotions, but it's about you checking your emotions, dealing with your emotions. Like I said, nigga, I'm pro therapy. If it's something where you feel like your emotions is getting so ahead of you that you can't function properly, nigga, go talk to somebody, my nigga. Like I tell y'all motherfuckers all the time, nigga, I do consultations. Nigga, therapists, them niggas expensive, my nigga. I'm cheaper than a therapist, nigga. $50 an hour, my nigga. Hit me, I got you. If you gotta talk to somebody, my nigga, you could talk to me, my nigga. But my time ain't free. I don't never have fucking free time. But nigga, we could set up some time to where, nigga, $50, I give you an hour. And trust me, nigga, it's very helpful, my nigga. Cause like I say, nigga, I'm pro mental health, my nigga. I love seeing motherfuckers go to therapy. I don't judge you or say you crazy. I say that your ass is smart, nigga. I love the fact that you prioritizing your mental health. You doing something to get help with something that you need help with. Like, nigga, none of us are too big to get help with something we need help with. Like I tell my kids all the time, like, yes, it's good to be fucking independent, but it's a whole lot easier in life to get help with things that you need help with because no human could walk around life doing everything alone. There's some shit that we need help with. Like I tell my kids all the time, like, nigga, as much as me and your mom not together, I need your mama. Y'all need your mama, my nigga. In order for us to effectively parent y'all, I can't do this by myself. I need help, my nigga. Like I'm an independent motherfucker. As a man, I love the ability that I have to handle a whole lot of shit. If y'all know me, y'all know. If y'all know about me, you know. If you follow me on social media, you know. I take care of a lot of shit. I take care of a lot of fucking people. But I know that I need help doing certain shit, my nigga. And I'm not afraid to admit that shit, my nigga. There's no person on this motherfucking planet that has done anything by themselves. Even self-made millionaires have had help along the way, my nigga. So when it comes to a motherfucker getting therapy, nigga, I don't look at you no negative way, nigga. Like, mental health is fucking important. So if you need a motherfucker to help you with that shit, by all means get it, my nigga. And I salute it. Like I told y'all earlier in the show, nigga, I love when a bitch tell me she got a therapist. That's a green flag for me, my nigga. Like, oh, so that mean you getting help with your shit? That's sexy as a motherfucker to me. Cause like I said, nigga, it ain't nothing sexier than a woman who values herself. A woman who looks at herself a certain way. A woman who takes good care of herself. That's the sexiest shit in the world to me, my nigga. I love that shit. Like, look at you taking care of yourself. Look at you valuing yourself, nigga. Look at you getting checked out. Look at you prioritizing your health. Look at you prioritizing your mental health. I love the fuck out that shit, my nigga. Because that's how I view myself. That's how I take care of my motherfucking self. Nigga, I can't fuck with you. I drink water all the time and you don't drink water. You don't exercise, you don't take care of your motherfucking self. Like, the fuck? We not evenly yoked, nigga. I look at myself as way the fuck up here. You look at yourself as down here, nigga. We not evenly yoked, my nigga. You should have just as much value for yourself as I got for myself. You should view yourself as way up here like I view myself way up here. You should never be insecure fucking with me. Like I tell y'all motherfuckers all the time, like, nigga, the reason I'm not insecure is because I literally look at it like, shit, if you go out and do some stupid shit, that's your loss. If you don't have me in your life, that's your loss. So why the fuck would I be insecure when you out that motherfucker knowing that you got a nigga like me waiting for you at home? Nigga, you should be like, shit, fuck, I look like losing a nigga like Uncle Dolemite. I ain't doing nothing stupid. And I should have the same feeling about you. Like, man, I ain't finna do nothing stupid. I don't want to lose. Whoop de whoop. If you fuck with me, you should have the understanding and knowing that the reason that I'm fucking with you is because I view you a certain way. So you shouldn't even have no thoughts in your head that I'm out doing some dumb shit. Because I know what the fuck I got at the crib. So shit, don't even worry about it. If I told you what the fuck I was doing when I was out, you should believe it. Because of who I am and how I carry myself. Nigga, you should just, with the understanding of me as a man, you should just know that that's who the fuck I am when I go outside. Nigga, I'm the same person 24 motherfucking 7. What's going on, Linda the Empress? But like I said, dog, just to close this shit, prioritize your motherfucking mental health. Prioritize your time. Always keep in mind, like, the value that you have on yourself is directly shown in the people who you keep around you. The ways that you spend your time, the things that you spend your time on. All of these things are important. All of these things directly will affect your mental health and your physical health. So you don't never want to allow nothing or nobody that you keep in your life to be something that's an enemy to your peace, my nigga. Because anything you allow to fuck your peace up will fuck your peace up. And it's a whole lot easier to keep your mental health together than to get it back after you fucked it up. So always be as active as you can, as proactive as you can in the protection of your motherfucking mental health. And I'm gonna drop the mic on that shit. This has been your host, Uncle Dolemite of the Too Much Game podcast, live from the sanctuary once again. If you would like to support me financially, nigga, if something that you heard on the fucking show helped you in any way, nigga, you can cash at me at Uncle Dolemite, Uncle Dolemite. Or you can get you some merchandise at Too Much Game Podcast store. I got t-shirts, mugs, and all type of shit, my nigga. You know, check out Too Much Game Podcast store. Support the motherfucking squad, Townhouse Media, Town E House Media, the Sports for You podcast, Sports number 4 letter U, live on Tuesdays and Fridays, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. Live on YouTube, Facebook, and all type of other shit. Follow me on social media at Uncle Dolemite or at Too Much Game Podcast. Instagram, Twitter, X, TikTok, Yo Mama Boyfriend. I don't really be fucking with TikTok, but follow me on that motherfucker anyway, my nigga. I don't know, I might post something. If y'all niggas want to check out my comedy, I post all my shit on my Instagram page. Instagram at Uncle Dolemite. That's where everything that I'ma do. If you want to know specifically, hit my motherfucking DM and I'll tell you where the show's at. You know, hit my motherfucking YouTube, Uncle Dolemite or Too Much Game Podcast, TOO Much Game Podcast. Please subscribe, leave comments, cause that shit is important. That like button, all that shit important, my nigga. Even when it come to my social media, if you see something, please hit the motherfucking like button, my nigga. That shit important, dog. But yeah, nigga, that's it. I ain't here to help you get bitches. I'm here to help you get better. Too much game.